Our financial banking system is starting to fail. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And we got a good one to unpackage today, friends, as we continue to examine the financial fitness, the health of the U.S. economy and the U.S. housing market. Why, you ask? Because everything, in fact, hinges on the U.S. housing market. If we lose the U.S. housing market, we lose everything. Make no mistake about that. And it's happened before, it'll happen again. It's always happened throughout history. Anytime the housing market's found itself in a bubble, not 1% of the time, 2% of the time, 100% of the time, it's produced a crash. So anybody that wants to think this time is somehow different, you're right, it is different. It's worse. This is a bigger bubble that was produced overnight, artificially, no organic growth. Insane the things that we got. I have to continue. I laugh at this stuff. It's like a built-in self-defense mechanism. Wrap my head around what we got to unpackage today, friends. And the realities are, mortgage market is failing right now. The banks are about to fail. We're seeing massive issues, fractures, cracks within the lending industry. But unfortunately for the majority of the population here in America, if not around the world, they don't understand there's a crisis knocking at the door, a new crisis, not a health crisis. It's now a financial crisis. Have no idea. They won't know until it's too late. So congratulations to anybody that's here today. If you're new, please subscribe. Subscribe right away. There's never been a more important time in history to get centered and surrounded like-minded people. Iron sharpens iron, my friends. We're going to continue to do our best here to raise awareness, ring the bell, and sound the alarm and acknowledge the elephant in the room. The first step of getting past a problem, admit there's a problem. We have a pretty massive problem. But like I said, if you halfway expected this one, you'll be able to operate more efficiently within it because you saw it coming. The people that don't see this thing coming are going to be the people that I've done this before in the last the great financial crisis of 2008, the Great Recession, lost the housing market, jobs went away, everything failed. So, been through that before. I know what it feels like. That's why I'm here today with you guys to continue to do our best. Like I said, iron sharpens iron. Our rewards in life will be in direct proportion to our contribution. You can contribute simply by giving the video a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. But today we're going to go ahead and look at one of our banks that has failed. And this is the secondary mortgage market. We have the big four, the big banks that control the majority, over 50% of our economy is ran by these big banks. They are so exposed. If we lose them, like, we are in massive Lehman moment trouble. This thing is insane. So to drive our point home today, let's go ahead and cut to this article. Then we'll meet back here and wrap this one up. Let's get started. First, Guaranteed Mortgage files for Chapter 11 after layoffs. Mortgage lender First Guaranty Mortgage Corporation filed for bankruptcy in Delaware on Thursday, saying it had laid off 80% of its employees and stopped making new loans. The company, based in Plano, Texas, originated $10.6 billion in mortgage loans in 2021, according to a court filing in its bankruptcy case. It entered Chapter 11 with more than $473 million in debt, largely owed to banks that provided funding for the company's residential mortgages. Now let's get back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So that's what's going on. We're seeing the banks, the mortgage market. This is what happened in 2008. Banks started to drop. Now these are the secondary markets, the big banks, the Bank of America, the Wells Fargo, the Citibank, the Chase Morgan. Those are the big four that control all the small banks, and they are in trouble too. This thing is insane. Like, I'm halfway shocked reporting on this stuff because I can understand the magnitude, the severity, the percentage of likelihood that this thing plays out. And that's why I came to this camera early on in a real estate bubble and started ringing the bell and sounding the alarm, letting people know this is a real estate bubble. It can't sustain itself. Yeah, Scott, but no, this time is different. You should invest in cryptos. Insane, this stuff. The realities are this, friends. Like I said before at the beginning of the show, not 1% of the time, not 2% of the time, 100% of the time, anytime the housing market has exhibited bubble behavior, they've in fact crashed. So I just had a really hard time believing this time was going to be different, that somehow magic dust was going to be sprinkled on this thing. Only thing we did was put helicopter money into the economy and completely training wheels on it. And now we've taken these training wheels off because we have to. The realities are this, friends. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding what's going on out here. This is the realities of what we're dealing with now. The mortgage markets are going to melt down. It sucks. It's just the reality. We've got so many investors poured into these markets and are so exposed right now, they're going to default on a lot of loans. This is going to have a trickle-down effect. And like I've said before, just as fast as this artificial economy was created, this housing bubble, and that was the one thing, we should have never let the housing market get out of hand. We maybe could have rebounded from a lot of the other stimulus measures. But when you let the housing, meaning the federal government, let the housing market get way too red hot, they could have put the brakes on it like they're doing now. Back when this started, possibly could have avoided this one. Unfortunately, now it's either a fast motion crash or a slow motion crash. We have runaway inflation that the only way they can tame it is to raise the cost of money to the rate of inflation. And we're just getting started, and we're seeing what it's doing to the financial markets, not only in the US, globally. This is insanity. So we have to acknowledge that, prepare for it, insulate ourselves, play it safe, understand the waters we're swimming in so we can operate more efficiently within it, because it'll be less blindsiding to us. Millions and millions of people are about to be blindsided. They are as we speak. They can't keep up with their cost of living. Their earning power isn't matching it. And now they're carrying an upside down asset along for the ride as their house is depreciating and their wealth effect is evaporating. I don't want that to be you, because I care about each and every one of you. And I want to see you all win and win in life. And that is my goal for all of us. So we'll continue to be iron sharpens iron and examine this, so when it hits, we're less blindsided, and we're going to operate much more efficiently within it. If you appreciate the content, I do want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate, here in a network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you, it would be our honor and our privilege to do so. If you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video on your screen, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.